What's going on, long drivers? It's your host, Alex Wober, back here with an episode of Smash Factor, and I cannot wait to get into what we have in store for you. We're going to start off talking about the results from this last weekend. We're going to talk about what's to come for the rest of April and get into the month of May as well. And then, of course, we'll jump back into the North American Tour. Before we do that, we're going to thank our sponsors here at Ultimate Long Drive: 1764 Apparel, Tech, Catalyst, Shark Attack Golf, Yingling Brewing, and BuzzClear. Click the link at the bottom of the page, of course, at ultimatelongdrive.com, and use the code BUZZ24 to get 10% off in the store on any of your purchases. That's BUZZ24. Go to the bottom of the page at ultimatelongdrive.com and click on the link there. Now let's jump right into this last weekend. We've got a lot to unpack. Starting with the Western Pennsylvania season opener, double points here on April 20th. Maya Gary in the U17 girls division going 247 yards. Congratulations, Maya. Adam Robinson in the open men's division with a drive of 341 yards. Ryan Monahan in the men's 35 going 340, while Vince Lackner in the men's 70 drove one 236. Shane Briggs in the open men's pro going 347, while Matt Gary in the men's 40 pro going 303. That completes the Western Pennsylvania event. Let's move on to the Western Carolinas April Assault, which featured Ava Wilkinson in the U9 girls division going 121. Congratulations, Ava. Vanessa Carey in the U17 girls division, 227. Harris Worrell in the U17 boys division, 312. Great goodness. Great job, Harris. Henry O'Grady in the adaptive open men's, 194. Great job, Henry. And then Hank Parks, this was a number that just popped right out to me. Hank Parks, 366 open men's division. Great job, Hank. Jason Bullard in the men's 45 going 271. Serge Kaya in the men's 55 with a 301 drive. Gary Ramirez in the men's 60 and the men's 65. He went 322 and then upped it by 1 yard by 323 in the men's 65. Bruce Mower in the men's 70, 256. Garrett Garland in the men's 75, 252. Moving down to the pro divisions in the open men's pro division, Hank Parks said, "I'm not done yet." He went 369, taking that division home. James Anderson competed in two divisions, winning both of them, the men's 35 pro and the men's 40 pro, going 339 in the men's 35 and 359 in the men's 40. That's it for the Western Carolina event. And, of course, we saved the big one for last, the Dallas North American Tour event, which featured a ton of people coming out there. Great event. Brooklyn Long in the U9 girls division with a drive of 123. Cooper Long in the U11 boys with a drive of 188. Great job to those two there. Joran Knuckles in the U13 girls division going 116. Brooks Harcilla in the U17 boys going 263. And now moving on to the rest of the divisions here at the Dallas North American Tour. We've got the open women's division, which was Stephanie Cheslick going 278. Blake Martin in the men's 35 going 279. Mr. KP, Kevin Porter in the men's 40 going 332. Jennifer White back in the standings here in the women's 40, 238 drive for her. Kevin Porter in the men's 45 with a drive of 335. And Jennifer White back again in the women's 45 going 240. Ulysses White competed in two divisions as well, the men's 50 and 55. He smacked one 337 and then 345 in the men's 55. Mike Porter, Papa Porter, in the men's 70 with a drive of 262 yards. Let's jump right back up to the open men's. Let's look at the open men's finals, which saw Ivan Castro taking it home with a drive of 367. Moving down to the open men's pro, where we saw a battle between Eddie Fernandez and Isaiah Joyner. Joyner ultimately taking it home with a drive of 375 yards. In the men's 45 pro, Eddie Fernandez took that one with a drive of 369. And David Brinker in the men's 70 pro with a drive of 289. And capping it off with Troy Teal in the Valor Pro division going 361 yards. I want to point out that Eddie Fernandez did have the longest drive of the event and the weekend going 382 yards. Congratulations, Eddie. And that does it for all the events that happen on a jam-packed April 20th. Let's jump right into the rest of the schedule here in the month of April. We've got three events this weekend coming up. We got the Michigan season opener, double points. That's 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. at Tap-Ins, part of the Michigan League, of course. Spring Fling at Top Dog Golf, which will be at the Top Dog Golf Center, part of the Mid-Atlantic League North. That's, again, April 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. And then the Southern Alabama season opener, once again, double points from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. at the Dothan Driving Range, part of the Southern Alabama League. Well, let's get into the month of May. Let's talk about it. We've got a couple of events to go over. 2 on May 4th, the Texas Long Ball Showdown back at the Rim in San Antonio, the Rim Golf Academy and Driving Range, a part of the Central Texas League. That'll be from 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m., again on May 4th. And the second event on the 4th, the Smash at Sweet Heat, 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at Sweet Heat Golf and Long Drive. That's our new organizer, Dylan Fay, his first event, a part of the Utah League. So check that out if you're able to get out there. May 11th, the Minnesota-Iowa League will have the Spring Bombs event from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. at the Bertram Chain of Lakes Regional Park at the soccer fields. Just FYI, you can find all this information at ultimatelongdrive.com on the Schedules tab. That event will be a part of the Minnesota-Iowa League as well. The next event, which will be May 11th, 2 events on that day as well. The May Bombs at Morongo. We're back at the Morongo Golf Club at Tequette Canyon. Great grid. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. And then we're going over to the Throwdown at the Gauntlet. That's the Gauntlet Golf Club, a part of the Mid-Atlantic League, from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. again on May 11th. Getting down to the bottom of the month, May 18th, Mountain Madness at the 4U Driving Range, a part of the Western Carolinas League. That's from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. on May 18th. And the second event of that day, from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. as well, at the Miller Golf Center. That's a part of the Western Pennsylvania League on May 18th. 2 more events as well coming up to cap off the month of May on the 25th. Spring Shots in Michigan. We're back at Tap-Ins on May 25th from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That's a part of the Michigan League, of course. And then Southern Alabama makes another appearance, a part of the Spring Drives at the Dothan Driving Range from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m., a part of the Southern Alabama League. That's it for the month of May. We've got a ton of events coming up. You can check it all out at ultimatelongdrive.com. We'll get into the North American Tour now, of course, which we saw the Dallas North American Tour event happen this last weekend. We've got the East Coast Classic coming up on June 8th. We've got the Leon, Mexico North American Tour on June 27th through June 30th. In July, we've got 2 more North American Tour stops. The Connecticut stop, which is at the Chris Coates Golf Range in Portland, Connecticut. You've got the Ohio North American Tour, which will be in Dublin, Ohio. That's July 27th. And then capping it off with August 16th, the Kevin Blinkhorn Memorial Bash for Cash and Canadian ALD Championships. All that information can be found at ultimatelongdrive.com. In the Schedules tab, you can go to the North American Tour or the main schedule. It's all there for you there. Again, you can go check out the world rankings, the results. All this stuff is there, again, at ultimatelongdrive.com. All the information is there. And you can get signed up today. You can get your membership going on the membership tab and start hitting some long balls with us here at Ultimate Long Drive. Now, before we let you go, let's thank our sponsors one more time. 1764 Apparel, Tech, Catalyst, Shark Attack Golf, Yingling Brewing, and BuzzClear. Make sure to go down to the bottom of ultimatelongdrive.com, click on the BuzzClear link. There's an image that says BuzzClear. Click on it. It'll take you to their store, and use the code BUZZ24 for 10% off on your order today. It's great stuff. Don't miss out. And again, thanks for tuning in to Smash Factor. I'm your host, Alex Wober. We'll see you next time.